Antioxidants were added to the serum to protect cells from oxidative stress, which can lead to cancer. The serum was reformulated to include molecules that help regulate the cell cycle, preventing cells from dividing too rapidly. Before administering the revised serum to himself, Dr. Sylas conducted extensive testing. He tested the new formula on cultured cells to observe its effects on cell aging and division. Small-scale animal trials were conducted to ensure the serum's safety and to observe any potential long-term effects. Understanding that each individual's genetic makeup is unique, Dr. Sylas tailored the dosage and administration schedule of the chronoelixir to his own genetic profile, reducing the likelihood of adverse reactions. After administering the serum to himself, Dr. Sylas closely monitored his health, conducting regular medical checkups to detect any early signs of abnormal cell growth. Within weeks, his graying hair regained its youthful black sheen, wrinkles smoothed out, and vitality surged through his veins. He had reversed his age by decades. But with the reverse aging came along wisdom, mental development that made Dr. Sylas realize the curse that he is going to give humanity. Immortality wasn't a gift. It was a curse. Dr. Sylas knew this firsthand. Eternal life meant witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations, watching loved ones age and die. Perhaps he feared that sharing the formula would unleash a wave of immortals burdened by their own existence. He had witnessed the darker side of scientific breakthroughs. He'd seen cures turned into weapons, discoveries twisted for profit. The chronoelixir, if made public, could become appalling global power struggles. By keeping it hidden, he shielded it from exploitation. He believed that humanity wasn't ready for the chronoelixir. Its implications went beyond physical longevity. They touched the very fabric of existence. He feared that premature dissemination would lead to chaos and controlled experiments, unintended consequences, and societal upheaval. As the custodian of this knowledge, he bore the weight of scientific responsibility. He believed that his formula will be used by few elites who will wish to control over humanity, and that will create more clash between humans. But word of his miracle cures spread like wildfire. But Dr. Sylas refused to share his secret, fearing the chaos his discovery will give. So Dr. Sylas hid himself from the world. He sought a location that was remote, secure, and self-sustaining. He found an isolated island, far from any shipping lanes or flight paths, cloaked in anonymity. Dr. Sylas's isolation was not just physical, but also intellectual. He encrypted his research, so that only someone with a deep understanding of his work could decipher it. This ensured that his legacy would only be uncovered when humanity was ready to use it responsibly. Before Dr. Adrian Sylas chose the path of isolation, his laboratory was a hub of scientific inquiry. Among his team was a brilliant but ambitious student named Elias Vaughan. Vaughan was captivated by Dr. Sylas's work and the promise of the chronoelixir. However, his intentions were not as noble as his mentor's. One night after Dr. Sylas went away in isolation, the rain fell in relentless sheets, drumming against the window panes of Dr. Adrian Sylas's secluded study. The room was a sanctuary of knowledge, its walls lined with ancient tomes and holographic displays. His crowning achievement, the chronoelixir, lay encrypted within the digital confines of his secure superconductive DNA disk, which was in a code that is undecipherable by current humanity. Elias Vaughan stood outside the study, his breath visible in the chilled air. His heart raced, fueled by equal parts fear and anticipation. The chronoelixir was no ordinary elixir. It was the elixir of immortality itself. Its existence whispered through the scientific community, a forbidden legend, a secret guarded by Dr. Sylas' brain. But Vaughan was no mere researcher. His brilliance was matched only by his ambition, and he hungered for recognition beyond the confines of academia. The chronoelixir was his ticket to fame, a shortcut to the name him in history. And so, on that stormy night, he made his choice. The study door yielded to Vaughan's touch, as if aware of its complicity in this clandestine act. The room was bathed in the soft glow of holographic displays. The chrono elixir's encrypted files taunted him, their digital locks daring him to unravel their secrets. He searched for the information disk everywhere in his room, but couldn't find it, so he looked under the table, and may God bless America. It was not an ordinary table. It was a miracle table with thousands of combinations to open its cabinets. One cabinet leads to another. Wow, became a puzzled artifact for him. But he found it under one cabinet, which opened as he touched inside handle of the cabinet. It felt like Dr. Sylas himself wanted his founding to be found, because he knew if it will be found, it will take any person many years to decipher his encryption. As the cabinet opened, he sees a disk, which was unheard by anybody around him. Von's gloved hands trembled as he held the disk. A labyrinth of codes and formulas, each line a testament to Dr. Sylas's genius. The rain intensified, casting shadows on the walls. Von's reflection stared back at him, a man torn between ambition and morality. He knew the stakes. The chrono elixir could rewrite the rules of existence, but at what cost? Immortality was a double-edged sword, and Von wondered if he was ready to wield it. He glanced at the framed photograph on Dr. Sylas's desk. The younger version of his mentor smiled. A smile etched with sacrifice. Dr. Sylas had aged in pursuit of knowledge, his eyes bearing the weight of countless sleepless nights. Von wondered if he could bear the same burden. Outside, lightning forked across the sky, illuminating the courtyard. The chrono elixir was now within Von's grasp, but its weight pressed upon him. The rain washed away his footprints, erasing any trace of his intrusion. Elias Von vanished into the night, a thief, a seeker, and a man torn between ambition and morality. The storm raged on, echoing the turmoil within him. For in the pursuit of immortality, he had stolen more than data. He had stolen time itself.